This is LXBN TV, and I'm Colin O'Keefe. Last week, the Federal Trade Commission hit Google with a $22.5 million fine, the largest civil penalty by the FTC against a single defendant. To explain what happened and how other companies can learn from it, we bring in Al Saikali, head of the data security team at Shook, Hardy & Bacon, and author on the Data Security Law Journal. Al, first off, what happened here, and why did Google face such a heavy fine?
So in 2011, the FTC filed a lawsuit against Google claiming that Google misled consumers by initially assuring its Gmail users that it would not use their information for any purpose other than to provide email service, but in fact that was not the case. The FTC settled that lawsuit with Google, and a condition of that settlement was it required Google to adopt a comprehensive privacy protections, and it also prohibited Google from misrepresenting the purpose for which it would collect information and use that information from consumers moving forward. In this case, the FTC alleged that Google misled consumers about the use of tracking cookies in internet browsers. Just some background information. Tracking cookies are small files that are stored on a computer that hold data that's specific to a particular user and a website, so that when the user visits that website, the site delivers a page that's tailored to that user. Some people, however, like to disable these cookies from monitoring which websites they're surfing. Now, the Safari internet browser has default settings that block these cookies in almost all situations, except where a user submits information via some sort of a form on a website. In that situation, Safari accepts the cookie and then allows additional cookies from the same site. So here, it's alleged that Google sidestepped the Safari's default settings by tricking, and that's the word the FTC used, the user's browser into believing that the user was submitting information through a form. So that allowed Google to place a temporary cookie on the user's computer. Once that temporary cookie was installed, the user's computer would then accept all cookies from Google. And the FTC alleged that this was a violation of the 2011 order, and it levied a $22.5 million fine, as you point out, Colin. And this is one of, if not the largest fine in FTC history.
I see. And what are the lessons other companies can learn from this situation?
Well, I think clearly lesson number one is that the FTC takes compliance with its consent orders that it enters into with companies very seriously, and it is going to levy very large fines for what it sees as a failure to comply with those consent orders. I think lesson number two is that companies need to be sure to establish comprehensive privacy policies, and they need to abide by those policies. And then I think the third lesson is that the FTC is taking any possible misleading or unfair behavior as it sees it with respect to privacy very seriously.
I see. Well, again, that was Al Saikali of Shook, Hardy & Bacon. For more of his insight, visit datasecurity.lawjournal.com. And for more on this story from LXBN, visit lxbn.lexblog.com, run a search for FTC, and then hit that FTC tag for all the latest coming out of the Federal Trade Commission. Thanks, Al.
Thanks, Colin.